What we're going to do now is we're going to put the meat, in the smoker. And it doesn't really matter whether you use the bottom shelf or the top shelf. The units keep pretty good temperature through the whole unit. So we already have meat on the top shelf that we've put in earlier today. So we'll go ahead and put the stuff on the bottom shelf and start the cooking process with the meat we just prepared inside. Typically, I like to try to keep it as close to 225 as I can. And your meat's going to take different times depending on, the temperature it was when you put it in there and the temperature that you keep your smoker, and the fat content is what I've found out makes a big difference. I've put the same size briskets in before and nothing any different, side by side, and one will be done before the other one. And the only thing that I could relate it to was the fat content. So, like I said before, I am not a chef. I don't know for sure why everything happens the way it happens, but that's just my perspective and what I've come up with. We know it's done after it's cooked numerous hours and it looks done. Now, I like to cook my brisket and my pork butt till the internal temperature is 195. Cooking it, over 200 degrees. When you cut the brisket, it don't like to stay together. It wants to fall apart. If you cook it at like 195, when you slice it, it stays together sliced, but when you go to eat it, it falls apart. When I started doing pork butts, I cooked them to 195 also. And, when they get to 195, the bone it just falls right out of there. And I like to cook the bone in. I tried the boneless and we didn't care for them at all. So we cook the bone in, and and if your pork butt, if it gets to in the 200, 205 range, it's fine because you're going to shred it anyway. So it doesn't really matter that it stays together or not.